students, today we are going to see about ratio and proportions. So we are going to see about this, and it is of grade 7 Igcse board. Okay, so this is a chapter which is ratio and proportion, and it is very interesting, student. And second thing, it is very simple and very easy. Now what is it? Basically, it is about comparison. The ratio and proportion is nothing but you have to distribute it. Okay, so you have to distribute any value in a particular proportion. For example, the ratio is written in this form, student. 2:6. Okay, so 2:6. This 2 dot is there, right? We call it as is2. So 2:6. Now always remember, the ratio is always written in the simplest form. Always. The ratio is written in simplest form, students. You can write this as like this also, student. Both are correct. 2:6 or 2/6, both are correct in terms of ratio and proportion. Now how to simplify it? We know that simplification is something, two numbers should come in some common table. Like 2 and 6 comes in 2 table. So 2 ones are, and this will come 3. So this is the simplification of a particular ratio. Okay, so this is called as a ratio and a simplification of the ratio. Now, and I'll give another example, student. It's very interesting. Now what is it? Meter, 500 centimeter. So how we will do it? How we are going to simplify it? Now first of all, you have to check whether they have the same unit. No, it is not. Yeah, this is meter, this is centimeter. Which is the bigger unit? Meter is the bigger unit. So I will convert that into simple form. So when I convert it, what will happen? 1 meter will become 100 centimeter, and this is the 500 centimeter, student. Now we are going to simplify them. Now 100 and 500, when we simplify, what we will get? Obviously 100 is 100, 105 is 500. So it will be 1:5. So this is my simplification of a particular ratio. First thing is that you have to check whether they are in the same unit or not. That is very, very important, student. Now we will see about sharing in a ratio. If they specify some ratio and you have to share this to a particular number of students or number of people, how we are going to solve this sum? Okay, so we will take one example, student. That will be very interesting to do it. Okay, now the question for this is that it is a school choir is made up of girls and boys in the ratio 4:3. There are 35 students in the choir altogether. How many of the students are boys? Very, very simple, student. There are total. So total is how much? 35 students. And what is the ratio? The ratio is 4:3. Now what is the first thing you are going to do is that you are going to add this ratio, student. Total parts. We call that as a total parts, student. So total parts is 7. Okay. Now we'll see about value of one part. How we will do it? The total is how much? Total number of students is 35 and total parts is 7. So I am going to divide it. 35 divided by 7, the answer is 5. So the value of one part is 5, student. Now the question is, how many of the students are boys? Now how we are going to do this? This is very simple. So value of one part is 5, which we found it now. So there are, what is the ratio? First of all, the question is made up of girls and boys. So the girls ratio is, girls and boys, the ratio will be 4:3. Okay, so for girls it is 4 parts. So I'll multiply this by 5 into 4, and boys is also 5 into 3. So from this is 20 and this is 15. So basically you have 20 girls and 15 boys. So therefore, there are 15 boys. Understood everyone? So this is the way you have to do it. Nothing else, student. Only this you have to do it properly. Okay, students? Now next, another type of word problems, which is usually they ask in the ratio and proportion chapter. The question is, 5 apples weigh 320 grams. Work out the weight of 1 apple and 7 apple. Very, very simple. Now, what is it? So, the 5 apple weigh, how much it is? 320 gram. Okay, so for 1 apple, how much it will be, student? It's very simple. For 1 apple, it will be 320 divided by 5. That will be 64 gram. So which means 1 apple is this much. The question is, find for 7 apple. For 7 apple is what? It will be 7 into, for 1 apple 64. You have to multiply and you have to give the answer. So it's very simple, student. This is all about this chapter, ratio and proportion, student. I hope you understood it very well, student. This is all you have to work on it. Okay. So this is the part.